Hey everybody, welcome to Board Game Heaven. My name's Raymond, and in this video I'll be doing an unboxing of the Ghosts Betwixt by Dustin Freund, published by Innocent Traveler Games. It got delivered last Thursday just in time for Halloween. It's a spooky kind of dungeon crawler set in the 90s in rural America. So let's quickly open up the box and see what's inside. Alright, now before I open the main box, I'm going to open this package, which was the deluxe edition stuff that you got from the Kickstarter. So I got a whole set of extra dice, which is always nice, so you don't have to pass them all around the table all the time. And they look really nice. They're relatively small. They're not the biggest kind, but they are pretty nice. They're nice colors, very bright. They have printed sides. That looks pretty cool. They're all different, these different sides. So basically they're color coded, and they all do something else. There's all kinds of different colors. There's white as well, and a dark brown one. So there's plenty of dice there. That's pretty nice. So in here, let's see if I can open that up anywhere. Let's see, over here, there's two punch boards. Let's see, there we go. And some notepads and a baggie. And we have these, there we go. All right, let's not stick that on any of the paperwork. There we go. So we have these little clips that belong to the dials. But let's first take a look at these notepads. So you get small notepads for each of the family members that you can play, and they are used to keep track of all the gear and your stats and all the stuff that you can get if you're playing the campaign game. So you only need one piece of paper from this pad for an entire playthrough with all of these characters. So I don't know how many there are here. There are not too many. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you could technically play through the entire game 10 times. And you can also just laminate one if you want to keep one. But that seems to be plenty of those. It's really handy to have. There is a nice little felt dice bag with the Ghosts Betwixt. Is that embroidered or is that printed? Let's see, it's not on the inside, but that does look to be embroidered. So that's pretty cool. So the Ghosts Betwixt logo on it. Nice little dice bag there. There, now we've got these extra standees. The game uses standees, and they are alternate monsters that you can use, and they are all printed double-sided. And you will actually notice that the back is also the back of the monsters, because positioning is a big part of the combat here. So it doesn't matter where they are facing. So we have those, and these are the counters. So you can clip those together. So basically two of these behind that, and then you have the two windows here, the square windows that will show you the numbers. There's two of them. So here's another one. And you can keep track. It also tells you left and right. So yeah, that's a really nice addition as well. And this is, of course, something we do not open until we complete mission 3. It's another notepad for another potential player. So that's for after having played through mission 3. All right, let's move on to the core box. So this is the box. It has some really cool artwork on it, and some of you may recognize this artwork from the hand of Travis Hansen, the illustrator and the designer of the Life of the Party RPG webcomic. You can find him on internet, on Instagram as well. Has some really cool art, very recognizable comic style. So he did all the art for this game, including, of course, the box itself. Has some nice art along the sides as well. And here on the back, you can see a game all set up in play with all the room tiles and the standees and the monsters and your player boards with spots for the cards and for tokens to keep track of stuff. So yeah, looks really nice. It's a story about a family that has lost one of their siblings who has been kidnapped by the Bennett family, who have a haunted house, kind of like a Halloween attraction. And yeah, they need to get him back. So let's open up the box. There we go. So here we are inside the box. First of all, we find this plastic baggie, which has, I assume, the rule book. There are some stickers here that you are supposed to stick on the bases so you can keep track of all the different monsters. That's pretty straightforward. That's good. We have the player boards here, cardboard player boards. They are printed on one side, which have the character, their stats, and spots for cards that they can equip. And here you can keep track of tokens. And you know, if you don't have the dials, you can put tokens here for their health and their family points, I believe it's called. And you know, the dice that they roll, conditions over here. So yeah, all of them have that, and they do have some different stats, I believe. Yes, they do. So here's Bill, is the father of the family, Evelyn, the daughter, Joan, the mother, and Maddox, another son, adoptive son. So there's 4 family members right here. Then we have a quick play guide, which I always like to see. This gets you started right away. You just get the game overview and the contents. Tells you how to set up the mission and how to play your first game. The 4 phases of a turn. How fighting works. How the dice work. How you read them. And that's basically already it. So you can get started right away. You can take some notes even. That's nice. And you have an overview of all the conditions here, helpful conditions, boons if you will, and other abilities as a handy reference. So, and then here is the slightly thicker rules reference. So if you have questions regarding the game you can't find in the quick play guide, you can look them up here. This has a more detailed set of rules. Explains in more depth how everything works and how the cards work in case it's not entirely clear. So yeah, I mean, everything is explained clearly with images and icons. And there is even these player sheets. So if you didn't get the deluxe version, you can just photocopy this and just cut them out. Here you go. And then you'll have a sheet for your campaign play and an index. I love this. Thank you for making an index with all of the terms, the words that you might find and look up. That is so convenient. I love that. All board games should have that. Now here's the mission guide. This is a quite nice and thick book. So if you're playing the campaign, otherwise you can just pick a mission. But so yeah, I don't want to spoil too much, but here is the mission setup, the tokens you need, the maps you need, and the monsters you'll need. And there's a bit of a story text that you'll be reading. And there are some events. There's all kinds of tables in the book. So you roll d6 and then check out what the table tells you to do. So then, you know, mission 2. And as you can see, there's quite a bit of content here. This is quite a thick book with lots of missions to play. Really cool. Loving the art. And yeah, so oops, I don't think I was supposed to show that. All right, tokens. We have some punch boards with tokens. They are also shrink. Oh boy, all the the boards are in here. So also the rooms, the map tiles. So let me just open that up real quick. All right. Okay. So let's flip these around again. So we've got lots and lots of these tokens that help you keep track of things. These are the player tokens that have an active side and an exhausted side. And there's all kinds of, you know, these conditions and boons that you can take to keep track of things. So plenty of those. Looks really nice. Then we have these tokens as well, which you will probably be using on the board. There's doors and there's treasure chests and numbers, traps, all kinds of fun things. Yeah, and these are the backs. So you flip those around and sometimes you randomly get whatever it is here. It could be a door, could be a trap. And there's vending machines as well that help you in between missions, or maybe even during missions. I don't know where to encounter them yet. And you can collect money and you can buy stuff that'll help you. Okay, so these come out really easily, which is handy. It's nice. So we have some monsters here, some more of these tokens, these mystery tokens. So as you can see, really cool artwork. Here's the pumpkin raccoon. There's a bat, a rabid dog there. So it's very much Halloween themed, which is very nice, especially this season, of course. Here are some rooms. As you can see, the Bennards aren't a very clean family. And our guys will have to fight their way through their house. So that looks pretty nice. Here's two more. So again, more tokens. Got some bugs here and some ferrets as well. So this looks to be the same as the first board with new rooms. So we have these two, also pretty nice. And on the back, look at that, it's really cool. More rooms. Again, same tokens, but these are different, I believe. No, they have the same numbers as well as these. Some are different. And more rooms. And the dotted lines indicate where you cannot go with your figures. So the red lines are basically impassable. And I think the yellow are difficult terrain. And there's even blue, it does something. So that's pretty cool. Graveyard. More rooms, more tokens. Here are the Bennards. So Mr. Bennett and Mrs. Bennett and Grandma. So yeah, here are some more bedrooms here. Dirty bedrooms. And what looks to be like a basement or something. This is kind of like a storage room. So they have a pretty big house. Maybe multiple houses that you'll visit, mansions. All right, get that one out. Here are some other monsters, some other standees, and these tokens to keep track of things. I'll probably be using the trackers instead of the tokens, but of course these come in the base game. More rooms, nice cozy hearth fire there, and some nice and cozy coffins as well. There's outside areas as well, so there's plenty to discover here. There's a long hallway there and it looks like an underground room, corridor, maybe a mine. There we go, you can just press them out like that. More of these tokens, more of these monsters, and more rooms. So there's quite a lot of tiles in here, and they're with good thickness. Nice, about 2.5 millimeters, I guess. So yeah, Like that. Another of these corridors. There's some big rooms and more tokens and standees. Here's another one of these rooms. Yep, waterfall. So yeah. More of these. Here are the family members. Their standees. All of them illustrated by Travis Hansen. Really cool. Double-sided. And here's another big room with an interesting floor. And another outside area. So, all right, that was a lot of tokens there. So the insert itself is also illustrated, which is it's fun. It's a very simple insert that just keeps, you know, the loose components in the middle, in the vault, and all the tiles on top. Of course, after you've punched them, they'll also sit in here. So yeah. We've got lots of cards here. We've got cards that we are not supposed to open yet, only after completing mission 1. So I like that. I kind of like that idea of really discovering what's going to happen. Here are some cards for the characters. I'll open that up. Here are some basic dice. So these dice that you need to roll to see which room will go. It's kind of like procedurally generated. And you know what kinds of items that you spawn in rooms are sometimes also determined by dice, sometimes by the mission scenario. But this is pretty cool, so your game will always be different. Even if you're playing the same scenario as one-offs, there will be differences. So that's pretty nice. So small D6s and a D8. So we have those. Here is another bag of these dice, the same that you already saw. So just have them twice. Really good looking dice. These are the bases, you know, simple plastic clips. And we have them in 4 colors, 5 colors even. 4 for the family members and 1 mystery clip. And the black ones are for the NPCs. So we have that. We can clip those onto all the standees. And here are cards with items. So let's open this up first. All right, so this is the first deck. The second deck is here. I'll open those after. So we have all kinds of cards for all the characters. So here, for example, you see Overprotective, tells you what it does and maybe what it costs. I'm not sure yet. Still need to learn all the rules. But you have several of those. And FM stands for family member, so the other players in this case. And you know, sometimes you need to roll dice. Here you go, the plan. So we have those. All of these. It looks like a sporty fellow with the baseball bat and a golf club. So we have these for the father there. Then we have the cards for the mother, for Joan. And she's a nurse or a doctor. Yeah, she's a doctor, and she knows how to heal the family members. So there we go. Those are her cards and her abilities. Then we have Maddox here, who likes fireworks. He's very handy with fireworks, and he makes his own. So he can make like fireworks and explosives and stuff that you can use. So that's that. I'll open up this package. All right, so in here we have the other daughter's cards, the other family member. So they all have their own color. She likes spiritualism, tarot cards. Teen Rager. So we have those. All right, there's another card for the father, so we'll just put that on the bottom there. Others. All right, so those are the family members. Then we have some items. So in these items, you know, you got Instapots, some food. And they cost the bucks, the B for the bucks there. popcorn, warm icy balm, smelling salts, tortilla chips, all kinds of stuff. Ooh, monster trophy, that's a drop deck. So we have these item cards right here. Then we have drops, monster trophies. All right, there's the Bernard Bucks. money. Draw one card from the item deck. That's also cool. So that feels really like the loot deck from, say, like Hero Quest or something. Candy. Oh, these are upside down. Right. And back again. Have a pat on the back. You have found nothing of importance on the battlefield. That's also pretty funny. All right. Drop deck. Then we have these equipment cards. As you can see, all of them have their own color, so that also makes it very easy to make out which cards you got. So we have all these things that you can find, or perhaps even craft, I believe, or upgrade. Some really fun items there, and all of this art. And there's another card for the drop deck. So sometimes some cards were on the sheet in the factory and in different places. There's another equipment deck with blue cards. So I guess these are like advanced equipment decks, rare equipment. There you go. And this goes into the, okay, I see why that's there. Yeah. So we have a rare equipment deck as well. All right, so we have those. Let's open up this. Okay, so more items. These are more equipment cards here. My first slingshot, rootin' tootin' water pistol, little Johnny's first pocket knife, or a little horsey putter. So all kinds of really funny items that you can find. The water shotgun, splintered wooden sword. So there's also a lot of humor in this game, all of this equipment. So there's plenty of stuff. There's a whole lot of stuff. Huge equipment deck. So this is the brown equipment deck. I guess these are the common items. These are the better items, and these are rare items, I guess. Okay, so what's this? A base monster weapon. Okay, so monsters can have weapons. Is monster weapon? Yeah, okay. So there's several of those, and yeah, for beastly monsters and for humanish monsters. So they have items as well that they can use, apparently. All right, set those apart, and then some more items that were in this pack of shrink wrapped cards. Orange juice, fruity bears, fruity bears. So those go with the items. So those were all the small cards. There's plenty of them, quite a lot. Let's take a look at these big cards. All right, I had to sort a couple of these. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'm gonna go through this really quick. This is a reference card, one for each player, that has the phases on it, which is very handy. And on the back, you have these actions, what you can do, and the dice and the icons on them. So this is a very, very handy, quick reference that you can keep next to your player board. So here are the monster cards. So it tells you if it's beastly or humanish. So it tells you on the back, monster. So we have all these monster cards, again, with the great art by Travis Hansen. So all of these monsters, yep, I'm not gonna spoil all of them. I'm gonna do it real quick. And then we have these objective cards. So this is the first objective for the first mission. We just need to find a door to the basement, and tells you how that works. And if you complete it, you flip it around and it'll tell you what happens next. So we have that for, objective 2, objective 3, objective 4, 5, and then mission 2, mission 3, mission 4, mission 5, and mission 6. And there are some scavenger hunt objectives as well. So this is ghost hunting, it's just one objective. We have shed searching, has 3 objectives, and a neighborhood watching has 4 objectives. So that's apparently also a thing you can do. All right. So just real quick, I don't want to spoil anything because it's more fun to find out as you play, of course. So that's quite a lot of cards, which I really like for a dungeon crawler. You go through the dungeons, the houses in this case, and the barns and whatnot, and fields, and you fight monsters and they drop stuff, and you have equipment, you can upgrade equipment, and you have all your skill cards, which I also like. I love it when you have, you know, abilities with cards that you can play. Makes it very cool, I think. Very nice way of playing. And look at all these tiles. I mean, there's so many tiles. Look at that huge stack of tiles there. So all right, and this, of course, a mystery pack of cards that'll happen after mission 1, and there's all kinds of secrets there, so that's really cool. I actually wonder if there's anything underneath the insert, but I'm not gonna take it out. So it actually says here, reveal after completing mission 3. So I pull back the the wall here, the insert. So oh, it's exciting. I'm not gonna spoil it. Well, that was everything that's in the box. Surprise section, we're also going to do a reboxing because I need to point a few things out here. So first of all, I put just all the tiles on top of each other in the bottom here. I just divided them up a little, and then I took the cards, you know, all the cards, small cards here. I put them in Ziploc bags. I did need to take a few Ziploc bags from my personal stash of collected Ziploc bags, because you do need to be able to store it all again, and there's not enough in the box. And then there's these cards and these cards. So I just divided them into stacks and put them in Ziploc bags. You also have all of these bases for the standees. Now, as you've seen, these are pretty simple standees. I still need to put the stickers on, so I've got, hang on a second, I still have one tile here that I actually wanted to put in first, because I also have these character boards, of course, and I put those underneath all of these cards, like so. And these stickers. I still need to do this, but I didn't feel like doing that right now. And of course these pads. But what's good about these is that they don't damage your stands. So you can just slide them in very easily and take them out very easily, because they are just kind of pressed together here. So they're just held in place, and they don't have those kind of like slots that make dents in the bottom of your standees, and that will wear them out over time, because you do not have enough bases to put them on all the standees. So you need to take them off now and then, but they go in very easily, and you can either push them all the way down, but I kind of like to push them up until those 2 points there. It kind of sticks there, kind of gets stuck, so you can see more of the art. So that works really well, doesn't damage the standees at all, no matter how many times you do it. So that's good. So I've put all of those also into a Ziploc bag, because you're gonna have to take those off every time you play. All right, there we go. So just put that in as well. Now I have my dice, the dice bag from the deluxe kit with the dice and the base dice, so there's twice as many dice in here than you get with the core game. And just put all of those together, just put that in here. I put the family standees with the black dice together in a bag as well. There you go. And since I probably won't be using all of these tokens, I just toss them all together in a baggie, because I have these counters, and I'll show you how to. They're very simple. I'll show you how to put those together. So you get the front, and you get 2 of these dials, and you get these clips here. So what you do is you take the clip with the hole in it, put that underneath one of the dials. This has an R, so this is the right one, and I like to have the health on the left and the other points, the family points I believe, on the right. But you can also turn it around, but I find this more intuitive, so I put the right one on the purple side, and then you take the pin with the just a straight pin here, and you push that in like so till it doesn't go any further. And I think it snaps. Yeah, it does. So then you can just dial like so. It goes up to 15 and then back to 1. Same for this. So again, take the one with the hole, put it underneath like so, and then put this one in like that. Push until it doesn't go any further. This one did not click, but it's in, and there you go. So I got my dials right here. Then I have all the tokens that have these pentagrams on them. There's a whole lot of different ones, and you're gonna have to pick which ones you need for each scenario, shuffle those and put them on the board. But I put those together in a bag. I've got these pointy and choppy and blunt kind of objects in a baggie. I have these things, amped, refresh, these boons all together. I have these tokens, weakened, these are the conditions together. I have these bonus tokens that you get from certain dice that you can use to roll an extra dice, I believe, and some of these shields. Put those together. These, be careful with these when punching them. These are the targets. These are all family members which the monsters will target. So push those out carefully because you want the backs to be the same. If you rip them, then you will know which one that is. So be careful with those. The rest doesn't really matter that much. And then, yeah, I still have some tokens left. Let me grab a baggie for those. So there's quite a few. There's these numbered ones with map on the back. So I put all of those together here and just toss that in. So it's gonna be a bag full of Ziploc bags. And we got some of these tokens with these 4 elements on them. I don't know what they are for. And I'm just gonna toss in these as well. These characters, they have little dudes with numbers on them. We have the family tokens with active and inactive. In fact, I'm gonna put those in here with the family standees. I think that makes more sense. All right, there we go. And I have these burst tokens that are just the same on both sides. I'll put that together as well. I don't know what they are used for yet. And that leaves me with a whole bunch of standees and, well, these tokens, which I also do not know what they do. And since, you know, you can't have the clips on them, I'm just gonna put them all. And I like that they have the alternate art for the skeletons and for some of the others. So I'm just gonna throw them in, especially like this raccoon with the pumpkin head. 2 different art. That's pretty cool. So the base game only has 1 art illustration per monster, but if you got the deluxe set, you get some alternative art. So I'm just gonna toss them all in. We're gonna have to search. And maybe I'll build my own insert with all, you know, separate slots, the separate little spots to put them all in. So, all right, there we go. Just spread that out a little. So now you might wonder, these are all the punch boards, and there's 10 of them, but it says 1 of 11 here, and goes all the way up to 10. Don't worry, that's normal. That's supposed to be like that because, as you may have guessed, the secret underneath is punch board 11. So you get additional tokens. There's all kinds of things on the punch board. I haven't peeked. I just saw that there is a punch board. There's some stuff. There's some cards. So that's extra content after you get to a certain point. So then all you need to do is put the books inside as well. And it just fits inside, along with the deluxe components. So the extra dice and these dials and some extra standees. But all of that fits nicely into the core box. So there you go. Great job, Dustin. Awesome. Very impressed with the contents of this box. So that was my unboxing of the Ghosts Betwixt by Innocent Traveler Games. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you hit the bell icon, you'll also get notified whenever I upload a new video. Please also consider becoming a Patreon saint to my channel. That way you can support what I do for as little as just $1 a month or more, and you'll get your name in the credits of my videos and also access to all of my exclusive videos on my Patreon page. So you can go there by clicking the link in the description below or the icon at the end of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on Board Game Heaven.